of ours. You first made them to even, when we were fighting for education, you said they must come and move us. These people, one day, they're going to fight against you.
Yeah,
they're going to fight against you, and then you will be saying it's a terrorist from another country, but it's South Africans because they are angry. The police, one day, they're going to fight against you. Now we are proceeding to the second last speaker. Memorandum. Patriot, one of the organizers, Sislolo, Oh, this one. Okay, good. Because introducer Jay, please be brief.
Good morning or evening. Okay. Good evening to all the commanders. Morning. I know. We are still growing. We are young on the ground. We are civil movement to represent South Africans because there's a lot of grievings with our people. I respect Action SA, MK, PA, all our parties that are putting South Africans first, that have been fighting for South Africans. We are diversified as we need many groups, but we speak in one voice. Just like when our forefathers were faced with the might of apartheid, they took a stand because we had strong men who were willing to represent the nation and take a stand. We are the young generation that will live to see these repercussions that you've brought into our country. And we are saying now we have to deal with this for the generations to come because we are doing this for our kids. You already took our bread and gave it to the international relationships. We understand your geopolitics. You make deals with these people, and then you forget about the people of South Africa. The fact that we have got migrants coming from other countries to live in places like townships, that shows that our immigration laws has got flaws. No country approves such immigration. You are importing poverty to our country. We don't have a problem with migrants. We are saying illegal migrants and migrants that shouldn't be here, shouldn't be in our country. Most African countries have got camps. We are pretending like we are a rich nation. We're not a rich nation. Build camps for refugees that shouldn't be putting problems into our townships or our poor people. We haven't moved our poor South Africans to a better condition, and already we are opening up a country to import more poverty, more crime that we already had. That doesn't work. People are going to rise above you. You live in good high walls. You hide yourself. This fence is not more than 20 years old. This fence was not there. Why? Because it was not necessary. At some point, we did not need these high walls. Now today you need to hide behind high walls because you know that you are no longer safe, and you created that environment. And an average South African is not safe at all. Soweto, where are people from Soweto? Soweto, that's where the movement is born. The change in South Africa came through Soweto. And if you forget this, if you neglect Soweto, the people of Soweto will come for you. And we are saying, please do something now. Don't be pleasing the international stage there when you forget about your people. It's going to work against you. I thank you. I'm representing, I'm a patriotic movement for young South Africans on the ground. We are a civil movement. We are activists. We want to see change in our country. We're the only people who can bring change in our country. The people of South Africa. It has always been like that. When the few minority ruled the land of our forefathers, our forefathers gave blood for this land. We are sick and tired of giving blood where we don't see the results. Emancipation of Africa, liberation of Africa cannot happen at the expense of South Africans. This is an entire continent. The entire continent has got a problem. But each country must take care of its own citizens. South Africa cannot take care of the continent, guys. We don't even have enough resources. Our infrastructure is crumbling because this infrastructure was never built to even for the South Africans. It cannot cater for the entire continent, or it cannot cater for South Africans. Please, commanders, let's do something for our people before we run into total chaos. Thanks. I hope I did not take too much of your time. Okay, thank you.
South Africa. When you wake up in Khayelitsha and some other townships, if I visit also them, one part of me dies. Our people are placed in the condition of subhuman existence at your presence as from the presidents. If you go to Cape Town in Parliament, where Parliament is now, even next to Parliament, Parliament is held by a union what? That was a library, that thing, next to Parade. There are people right next to the military Ndondon, right here, who are sleeping on the street. People who are sleeping on the streets is because of politicians. If you say you are not a politician, you are lying. The day that you don't have bread and milk is politics. Our tax, you raise the tax with 1 full percentage to treat us like this. You have bodyguards, your president has bodyguards. That is the number of the people that are here. The number of these people is the man that is protected by our tax by 1 man. People that can't have breakfast, lunch and supper, we have to sacrifice. Just because of you want to be fashionable to illegal migration migrants. We won't tolerate that nonsense. We are sick and we are tired. Now we're going to pass the mic to one of our organizers, Sislolo. For making also this thing possible, this much possible. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back. We're gonna send you. We're gonna give you a hard copy of the memorandum. We're gonna send it by email. If you throw it in the dustbin, we're gonna come back next week. Where is that memorandum? I'm passing the mic to Sislolo.
Good day, patriots.
Commander Money. Commander Money.
Good day, South Africans.
Morning, Commander.
Since the 5th of September. The patient that I had with the Office of the Presidency from the 5th of September until last week Thursday, please afford us the same patient that I gave to you, Office. Really progressive forces of South Africa, we saw it necessary that what fueled the young ladies that came and say, Lolo, help me. I've been on Twitter, Lolo B Media. The lobby that is being paid by Daily Maverick is here. You went into the media, you said I've been paid to say put South African first. I don't need to be paid to say I should be put first in my country. I have kids that are South Africans. Those kids, I'm fighting for them. If I'm dying today or tomorrow, they will know that my mother stood. Malume, our official, right? I was not only bothering you as the Office of the President. I invited UN to come here. I invited Zimbabwean Embassy to come here. I also invited Nigeria and Ethiopian Embassy because I have something that was burning me to say to those embassies. I don't know if they did send a representative or not. But what I wanted to say before I can hand over to the person who's going to give you the memorandum, I want to pass the message so that they can hear what we South Africans are saying. We are the ones who accommodated the people in our communities, not the politicians.